Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I want to talk about astrology and eye disorders and issues, part two of two. Now, in the first part, I gave you some fundamentals as far as astrology and eye issues and disorders go, but I want to just elaborate a little on some specifics that could happen in terms of signs and certain aspects with planets, and as far as more specific eye issues as a result of these. Now, I want to talk about one through an example. There was someone named, I believe her name was like Gina Geese, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I think she was from Wisconsin. She was apparently this first human to ever survive like rabies without a vaccine or shot or some. She was bit by a bat, and it was very miraculous, of course. But I thought it was interesting. It was stated on some show that I was watching regarding this that she had experienced like double vision. And I'm not saying this to be flippant or facetious. I really wondered if maybe she might have been Gemini or had, Gemini prominent in her chart. And sure enough, she has her sun in Gemini when I looked her up online. Now, I'm thinking, I wondered if, I'm speculating on this, but if there's like certain eye-related issues with Gemini, I'm thinking maybe double vision could be possibility. Maybe Gemini might have a greater propensity for that. I would say if Aquarius is involved as far as eye-related issues go, like as far as like the sun, or like this I talked about in the first video, the sun and the moon are connected with the eyes, and Mercury is eyesight in general. If you have like say Aquarius involved in one of these things, one of those planets I described, well, maybe be something, an eye issue that would be somewhat unorthodox or unusual. Like having like one eye bigger, larger than the other, or it is something, where there's something asymmetrical with the eyes. And also too, or even I would say Libra could be, an issue with that, because Libra is about symmetry and balance, and there could be some imbalance issues with the eyes, I would say, if Libra is involved. Now, if you have like say another sign as an example, Pisces could be more about like blurry vision, nebulous vision, and if you're having a transit from Neptune hitting that the sun, the moon, or Mercury, that could be an indicator right there, where that could give a greater proclivity towards some dissolving or dissipation as far as the eyesight may go, or even an adverse aspect to the natal Mercury, sun, or moon from Neptune. I would think whether natally or by transit, another example of more of a specific eye-related issue, like say if you have transit, let's say in your natal chart you have Uranus in adverse aspect to your natal sun, your moon, or Mercury, even conjunct. Maybe there, I think this could be a case for an intermittent eye disorder issue, one that maybe goes kind of sporadically and erratically, maybe something that could be like a twitching, like something that could happen every so often, something that's not necessarily constant or persistent, but something that kind of comes and goes. So, and I would think Sagittarius would be, if there's Sagittarius energy involved in some eye-related issue, could be something that could be on more of a grander scale. Scorpio can be more of a deep related issue, where where there's more extensive work needs to be done, figuratively digging deep, or even going to way back in, inside the eyes, and going really, really literally going deep into them to see what the problem could be and what the diagnosis would be. It might be something mysterious, or requires more deep probing and examination in order to ascertain. So those are some things I want to get at. If Taurus is involved, another example, that could be an eye issue. That could be something that's more persistent. There are certain degrees for eye-related issues, like 29 degrees Taurus was one that could be an eye related issue or disorder when people that might have 29 degrees. I would say whether it would be the ascendant or sun or moon, especially even Mercury, because Mercury can be, is again connected with eyesight. So those are some things I wanted to get at as far as more specific issues where there could be an issue with an eye, or both, one or both of the eyes. I would think Saturn in adverse aspect to one's natal sun or Mercury or the moon, or even conjunct, could be more of a general limiting eye related issue, but something that might be connected more with older age and deterioration of the eyesight because of that. I think those are some, and also if it's Capricorn energy, and you have, you know, the sun, if your sun, Mercury, or moon in Capricorn, it's strong and it's afflicted, and you know, there might be some issue that might be connected with just older age as far as Capricorn goes. And Capricorn can be about longevity as well. It could be something that could be for a more prolonged or protracted period. I think, I mean, too, just in general, I mean, I mean, there are a number of indicators that could be there for issues with the eyes, and this is just something I wanted to touch up on and expound on because I did a part one, so I want to do this part two to just talk more about certain specific issues that could be connected with the eyesight in astrology. I would say Mars is involved, you know, an adverse aspect to Mercury, um, to the moon, to the sun. That could be more of like a burning type sensation or some redness, even if it's conjunct one of those points I just mentioned. That could be something that could be connected with some issues. I had I mean, looking at this as well, I mean, you're talking about again, you're talking about issues with that are, I mean, eyesight and astrology, the moon and the sun all obviously are prominent because the sun is either the left or the right eye depending on gender. The moon is the left or the right eye depending on gender as well. So and also Mercury, again, Mercury is associated with one's eyesight. So those are some things I wanted to get at as far as possible, more specific related matters that could pertain to one's eye in astrology. So anyway, people. And that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. And until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.